You watched your robin in the quiet garden this morning, perched on the old wooden fence. It stood perfectly still on the frost-covered wood, watching your every single movement. Your robin was watching you back, and it absolutely remembers the details of your face. Do birds remember humans? You might wonder as it meets your gaze in the cold morning light. Science has finally caught up to what careful gardeners have quietly known for many generations. A wild creature holds a distinct, permanent, and detailed image of you in its tiny mind. This quiet connection is not a random accident of nature or a simple search for food. It is a carefully built bridge of mutual trust spanning two entirely different, complex species. Out of the vast, intimidating world, it consciously chose to recognize your specific, quiet existence. This is the profound, beautiful reality taking place right outside your kitchen window every single day. Stepping into the crisp morning air immediately changes the dynamic of the quiet, waking garden. Most wild animals scatter into the bushes at the very slightest hint of a human shadow. But this small creature with a burnt orange chest remains completely unbothered by your sudden presence. It tilts its delicate head, observing you with intensely dark, highly calculating, and watchful eyes. Researchers have proven that birds possess extraordinary, highly advanced facial recognition abilities in the wild. For your particular robin, you are absolutely not just a generic, towering giant moving through the trees. You possess a distinct visual identity that the small bird has studied with extreme, daily care. The gentle slope of your shoulders, the shape of your jawline, the specific way you blink. Every subtle contour of your face has been permanently mapped in its remarkable, complex brain. When a loud neighbor approaches the boundary hedge, the fragile bird vanishes in an absolute flash. Strangers represent deeply unknown variables, bringing potential danger and sudden, terrifying movements into the territory. Yet, when you finally emerge from the house, the natural panic response is completely deactivated. Your specific face instantly triggers a feeling of safety instead of a powerful urge to flee. It separates you from the rest of humanity, placing you in a completely unique, protected category. Holding such complex visual data requires a remarkable amount of cognitive energy for a wild bird. Despite its tiny physical size, it dedicates a portion of its mind exclusively to remembering you. This level of intense focus transforms a simple garden into a shared, highly intimate territory. Looking back at the robin, you are actually looking into a highly intelligent, constantly evaluating mind. A wild animal has firmly decided that your familiar face means total security and lasting peace. The simple act of being recognized by untamed nature is a rare, truly beautiful daily gift. Your calm presence brings peace to a creature constantly living on the absolute edge of survival. In the vastness of the natural world, your individual identity truly and deeply matters to it. The bird sees you, knows you, and willingly accepts you into its structured daily routine. This quiet acknowledgement happens every single time you step outside the heavy wooden back door. Your face is a permanent, trusted landmark in the visual map of its fragile, changing world. Long before you even step into the visible morning light, your presence is already completely known. Your true identity is broadcasted through the entire garden by the simple act of walking forward. Every single human being moves across the earth with a completely unique, highly specific physical rhythm. Some people walk with heavy, thudding steps that send terrifying vibrations deep into the damp soil. Others possess a nervous, erratic energy that puts every single wild animal on immediate high alert. However, you have a specific, steady cadence when you move across the damp, freezing winter grass. The robin has completely memorized the exact acoustic signature of your daily, quiet morning approach. It hears the familiar, comforting crunch of gravel beneath your heavy, mud-stained winter boots. The slow, deliberate pace of your walk toward the shed tells a very clear, safe story. Hearing that specific rhythm fills its tiny, fragile heart with a profound sense of absolute calm. The sound of your heavy footsteps is a guarantee that the safe human has finally arrived. Visual confirmation is entirely unnecessary when your physical rhythm is this deeply and completely familiar. Vibrations traveling through the damp ground tell the observing bird everything it truly needs to know. The robin anticipates your quiet morning movements before you even make them on the garden path. Turning toward the old oak tree is a daily habit the bird already expects you to perform. Pausing quietly by the flower beds is a sequence it has watched 100 different times. Your personal daily routine has seamlessly integrated into its own wild, highly unpredictable natural life. The quiet rhythm of your chores becomes a comforting background song in its fiercely guarded territory. When you are absent, the garden feels strangely empty and completely out of natural balance. It sits on the wooden handle of your favorite spade, quietly waiting for the familiar sound. Silence in the morning means the trusted bringer of turning soil has not yet appeared today. A missing rhythm disrupts the carefully balanced, quiet ecosystem you have built together over the months. The exact moment your boots hit the path again, the natural order is instantly and beautifully restored. You are recognized by the quiet earth, deeply known by the sounds you leave behind you. Your gentle, steady walk is a silent promise of safety written in the language of vibration. Surviving the harsh, brutal realities of the wild requires a flawless memory for recognizing potential danger. For a small, fragile bird, the world is filled with endless threats and constant, gripping fear. Hidden predators stay in the shadows, making every single passing moment a matter of life and death. Trust is never given freely. It must be earned through quiet, endless, and highly careful observation. Building this deep connection took weeks of careful movements and deep, profound mutual respect. Every time you stepped into the yard and actively chose not to harm or chase it away, every single time you moved slowly, leaving food gently on the freezing, hard winter ground, these quiet actions added vital layers to its deep memory of you as a truly safe harbor. Dropping a heavy metal spade once sent it flying into the darkest bushes in absolute panic. But its remarkable memory also recorded the crucial fact that you did not give chase afterward. The robin evaluates every single interaction, building a highly complex, detailed mental map of your behavior. Your consistent, quiet kindness is carefully calculated into its daily, high-stakes wild survival strategy. Turning the damp earth brings hiding worms to the surface, offering a crucial, life-saving meal. The bird trusts you because its extensive, detailed memory proves you are consistently and always harmless. Learning that your towering presence means food instead of danger requires incredible, advanced, natural intelligence. Establishing this profound, rare level of trust is a slow, deeply delicate, and entirely beautiful process. Endless patience and completely quiet movements are the only currency that truly matters in the wild. Once the robin has fully memorized your safety, that fact becomes an absolute, undeniable natural truth. The information is stored deep in its complex brain, a crucial pillar of its daily existence. Changing the way you hold your bare hands when offering mealworms is immediately and carefully noticed. Subtle, tiny shifts in your physical posture are read with the expertise of a master tracker. Remaining perfectly still allows the fragile, cautious bird to step ever closer to your open hand. Speaking in a low, soothing, quiet voice reinforces the deep memory of your gentle, safe nature. The warm tone is remembered long after the specific, quiet words fade away into the cold air. You have proven yourself to be the ultimate, beautiful exception to the harsh rules of the wild. Assuming all robins act this exact same way with humans is a very common, simple mistake. People often think this is simply what hungry, desperate garden birds do for an easy meal. The quiet connection you have cultivated is entirely unique to this specific, highly observant, feathered individual. Every single robin possesses its own distinct personality, an entirely different level of natural, quiet bravery. They are absolutely not identical, mindless machines running on a shared, blind, and simple animal instinct. Some birds are incredibly shy, preferring to watch you safely from the high, completely hidden canopy. No amount of offered food will ever convince them to leave the safety of the hidden branches. Other birds are naturally bold, willing to risk everything for a much-needed, highly valuable reward. Your specific robin made a highly individual, completely conscious choice to remember and deeply trust you. Weighing the massive, constant risks, it decided that approaching you was entirely worth the potential danger. This rare decision was not programmed by nature. It was made by an observing, intelligent mind. Choosing you out of all the surrounding gardens is a profound, incredibly beautiful natural complement. It ignored the passing, loud strangers to form a bond with the person quietly tending the earth. Stepping forward out of the dark shadows was a massive, terrifying leap of faith for the bird. Recognizing a kindred, quiet spirit in a human made it feel completely secure and totally understood. The choice stands as a beautiful testament to the quiet gentleness you consistently and always show. You have successfully built a permanent bridge between two entirely different species in your quiet garden. The relationship is based on profound mutual respect rather than human dominance or animal fear. Respecting its natural boundaries allowed the tiny bird to carefully set the pace of the friendship. A wild, fragile creature giving you its absolute trust is one of life's most incredible privileges. Your quiet garden is no longer just a patch of grass. It is a shared, safe sanctuary. The bird claims you just as much as you claim the specific territory of your own backyard. An invisible, powerful thread of memory ties you both together in the freezing, quiet morning hours. You have become a truly essential character in the ongoing story of its fragile, wild life. This unique, beautiful bond is a secret language spoken only between the two of you alone. Seasons inevitably change, autumn leaves fall, and winter takes absolute, freezing control of the entire landscape. Vibrant summer greens fade entirely, replaced by bare branches and freezing, rock-hard winter ground. The environment becomes incredibly cold, harsh, and deeply unforgiving for a very small, fragile garden bird. Finding enough daily calories becomes a desperate, constant struggle just to survive until the next tomorrow. Yet, the memory of your quiet kindness remains completely untouched by the bitter, freezing winter frost. Your robin remembers you vividly across the long, incredibly dark, deeply brutal, and freezing winter months. The deep memory of your face survives the deepest snows and the most violent, terrifying storms. When the warmth of spring finally returns, the silent bond between you remains perfectly and entirely intact. Rebuilding the deep trust from scratch is entirely unnecessary after the long, incredibly cold winter separation. These deep memories are not fleeting thoughts. They are permanently cemented into its reality of home. You are a fundamental, crucial part of what makes this specific garden a true, safe home. Looking into its dark, shining eyes reveals a depth of memory that is truly and incredibly staggering. The harsh, brutal winter cannot ever erase the detailed visual map of your face in its mind. Wild nature has officially recognized you, acknowledging your gentle existence as a force for absolute good. You remain a constant, steady presence in its ever-changing, frequently terrifying, and totally unpredictable world. You are the single, stable, quiet element it can truly, deeply rely on for its survival. Waiting patiently by the back door becomes a routine that spans across many changing, freezing years. Following your slow, quiet walk along the garden path is a deeply ingrained, beautiful daily habit. The memory of your safe garden might even be passed down to the next, younger generation. Territorial morning songs now include a quiet layer of deep trust dedicated entirely and specifically to you. The hidden, magical wildlife happening outside your window is built entirely on deep, lasting memory. Careful, endless observation over time has forged a profound, unbreakable, and beautifully silent connection. Profound mutual respect and quiet, daily understanding form the absolute core of this unique, wild relationship. You are woven deeply into the very fabric of its daily existence and its ongoing fragile survival. Your quiet presence is a vital, permanent feature of the natural landscape it proudly calls home. Every single time you look out the window, remember that you are constantly being quietly watched. A highly intelligent wild creature knows your specific face far better than you might ever think. The robin does not ever judge you. It simply remembers you for the immense kindness you show. Next time you see your robin, remember that it truly, deeply, and completely sees you back. You are never truly alone in the quiet garden. You are deeply and constantly, beautifully remembered. If you have a special robin that remembers your face, please leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the Quiet channel to learn more about the beautiful hidden secrets of your own garden. Your robin is quietly waiting for you out there, right now, perfectly remembering your gentle face.